Look how big and long this tap is, man. Looks like a great big tap. Anyway, welcome to Russia. This is my first time in an FTC or do not travel country where the UK government tells you do not go under any circumstances. And so far, it's been pretty good. Super long day, no riding footage. I was super focused on getting the border, getting the paperwork right, making sure I've got all this stuff in the right pockets. I don't want to be messing on, starting and stopping with cameras and all that stuff. And I was meeting Rob, who's a lovely fellow I've met in today. We'll be seeing a bit more of him on the rest of the tour. I'm his roommate in China, and he's a lovely fellow. He's really nice. So broke the ice with him. And I met him at 10 o'clock on the way up to the border. So we crossed at the same time. So it was really nice to have someone there, like a friendly face and someone who was doing the same thing you're doing. So, and he was actually really chill with the border crossing. I was a little bit nervous. I'm not going to bullshit you, but it all went through in the end. So we are now in Russia. I've ridden probably the most scenic, most incredible road of my life today, which was from Tbilisi in Georgia up to Verkhny Laz, where the crossing is in Russia. Scenery was just on another level. I think it was better than the QuadLock, and honestly, it was absolutely class. Unbelievable. But I didn't get any footage again, and I wasn't fussing on my cameras, so it's just the way that it is. So that one's all just stored up in here, just for me, that one. But here's my hotel room in Russia. This was 3,000 rubles, which is about 30 quid, or just about £29, something like that. So I've just got my gear all over the place. And so the ceiling is like shiny plastic, so it's like reflective a bit. And it's got like this sort of wood effect stuff everywhere. Everything's brown. And the bathroom's a bit interesting. It's got like this block in it. And yeah, I really don't know what this massive, long, thin tap is for. Like, is it for filling buckets or something? I don't know. But other than that, it's all right. Oh, and I think this says here, if you make a bad smell, it doesn't mean you are a bad person. I think definitely says that. And the bed. Mate, the bed is rock hard. It's absolutely rock hard. So I think if that's what Russian people shag on, Jesus Christ, they must have some really angry sex, I think. But honestly, it's been a super long day actually. I'm not going to lie, really long day. It took 6 hours to get through the border crossing. The Georgian side was 10 minutes, but coming into Russia, man, we had to give up our driving licenses. Then we had to do photo scans of our faces. Then we gave up our passports, and then we had to get the bikes searched, and then we went into this little holding centre with a few other people of different nationalities. And then we had to wait quite some time, about an hour. Then I got interviewed, so they're asking lots of different questions and things like what's your profession and what's the responsibilities of your job, where do you work, which doesn't really make sense because I'm unemployed as of this video to do the tour. So I just told them about my old job, and then asking other questions and things. How do you feel about Russian citizens coming to the UK? And some of the questions like really weird, but it was okay. I didn't mind so much. You get through your interview, and then the security guard started to open up a bit, and he's asking if you're into football and all this, and I said no, and he said, oh, are you into rugby? I said no, and he went, tennis? No. And he went, oh, so this is what you do then? Yeah. As if you do that because you're not into any sports. I probably do that anyway, but yeah, no, yeah, so super duper long day. We came out the other side of the border, took 6 hours to get through, so we got to Verkhny Laz about 10:30 Russian time, didn't come away until 4:30. So it was like really long day, and I was wearing fatigues, like wearing our biking gear all day. I had to fill in 8 sheets of paper because I did 6 of them wrong. It's all about like everything. The sheets of paper are like super awkward, asking like for numbers and serial, and if any of them's even like 1 digit out, you're knackered. Super awkward, like papers please, that sort of thing. But in the end, got the stamps, imported the bikes, got through. Oh, and we had to wait for, there was like a window, and they took our driving licenses off us, and then we had to get them back. But we had to wait in a queue for this import document, and there was like a crowd of people all waiting for this thing. and then the window would open once every 20 minutes and serve one person and then close again. So every time it opened, everyone was just like monkeys trying to snatch fruit out of a basket. It's just ridiculous. Trying to be the person that gets seen. It was just ridiculous. Absolutely awful, awful, awful. But it's done now. And now we're in Russia, which is super exciting. So I'm in Vladikavkaz, or just south of Vladikavkaz. The hosts at this hotel are a bit, not the friendliest. They're a bit brutish. I think they don't want to deal with any foreigners. I get the impression they don't want to deal with any English as well. I don't know. They don't speak any English. I don't speak a single word of Russian. But it's a bit awkward. But I don't know. That won't be the most. Just had some dinner, which is why I'm burping. And it was actually really nice. I had some stew with some potatoes and that. And I asked for lemonade, and I got a lemonade, but it's pear flavour. And it was absolutely 10 out of 10. Delicious. Made in the county of South Ossetia, so it's like locally made pear lemonade. It was absolutely smashing. So tomorrow heading to Makachkala. I need to book a hotel. I think I'm going to stick around with Rob, actually, get to know him a little bit better before we part ways for Kazakhstan. So I've got a bunch of stuff I need to sort out. There's no data, there's no Wi-Fi, the GPS is jammed, so I can't do anything with my phone other than use it as a hammer. So yeah, everything that, all the research I've done on Russia has paid off, and it's all true, so I'm pleased with that. So I'm not stuck, I'm not like, you know, I'm not in a gulag anywhere, so, you know. But no, anyway, that's enough chit-chat, because you don't want to listen to this shite. Better day tomorrow, a bit of riding footage, better day. Right, so I'll see you then.